everybody in Facebook land. Hello, hello. I'm back. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm very happy to be back. Just so you know, I'm gonna bring my comments over here just in case we need to find out if we're live. Oh, here we go again with me forgetting how to remember how to work an iPad. It's been 2 weeks. I've been back for about 4 days now, but when you're gone for 2 weeks, you really lose a lot of information in your brain if you're not using it. And yeah, I totally lost some information. So I'm going to see. Oh, there I am. Yes, I'm feeling very refreshed. I'm looking very tan. I forgot to fix my lights. Hopefully it's not too much glare. So hi everyone. Thanks for joining me. I am so glad to be back. I have some super cute projects for you. At least I think they're cute. And the last one that I kind of threw together like about 30 seconds ago. So we're going to hope that it works out okay. And if it doesn't, well, it doesn't. You'll learn more of what not to do in stamping. If nothing else, I teach you how to fix mistakes and teach you what not to do. So we'll probably have a bunch of that today because I really have stamped literally nothing all week. Yeah, I got back Saturday night. We left the campground in Montana at 7:20 in the morning, and we got here to Sheridan, Wyoming at, I think it was 5:30. Yeah, because it takes about 10 hours. So we're driving down the interstate, hauling a 24-foot fifth wheel and a boat behind it for 10 hours. It really makes my husband cranky because it's a little bit, it can be a little nerve-wracking and frazzling to haul all that stuff for 10 hours. But we had an amazing time. We hung out with our families. For the first week, there was 8 of us, my family and my brother-in-law's family. And then the next week, my mother-in-law and her good friend showed up along with my other brother-in-law and his wife. So we had a total of, is that 12 of us? 12 people total in the campground. And we always stay in the same campground. We reserve our spots in January so that we can all be, near each other. And it was really relaxing and fun. So every morning we would get up. I would get up around 6 just because I don't sleep late. I would read a little bit, and then I would get my daughter awake, and her and myself and my sister-in-law would go for a walk for about an hour, just walking around the lake, chit-chatting and having a grand old time. Then we would go back to the campground. I would read a little bit more, and then I would wake up my son and my husband and say, hey, you guys, let's get to the beach. And so we would pack up our bags, our snacks, our towels and whatnot, and they would haul the boat down to the lake, which was just right across the highway, super close. You can walk there, ride a bike in a matter of minutes. And we would set up our canopies, 4 of them in a row, and we would just lay on the beach all day. So we would start out by, water skiing. My husband water skied, I think, most every day. Both of my kids water skied most every day. And it was just a lot of fun. We did a lot of tubing behind the boat, which is my personal favorite, to be a spectator, because I love it when the kids get pitched off because it's really funny, providing they don't get injured, which nobody did. And so then around noon, I head to the campground with my daughter on our bikes, and we make lunch. We come back, we eat our lunch down there, and then we leave around 4:35. We make dinner, we play some games, sit around a campfire, maybe make some popcorn or some s'mores. And then we go to bed, and we do it all again the next day. So it was very relaxing. There's literally no internet service up there. You have to drive up the road about 1.5 miles to get to a little cell phone pullout where the internet is spotty at best. Or you can go in the lake where you can drive your boat close to where the cell phone service is, and you can get a bit of service there. You can get enough to do texting, phone calls. Facebook Messenger works really well, but yet you can't post or look at Facebook, so figure that one out. But yeah, it was just really great and really relaxing, and now I'm back. And I came home to a beautiful box. Check it out. From Stampin' Up. We are having a Leaders Summit at the end of this month. I can't remember the exact date. It's 26th or the 28th or something, I think. And anyway, everyone who registered, you had to be a Silver Elite Demonstrator or above, got this box. Now, disclaimer, if you are a Silver Elite above demonstrator and you are waiting for your gift, turn away for a few moments because I'm going to spoil your surprise. So I want to show you guys what's in this box because it's amazing, because it's a gigantic Tiffany box. So there's a little note card was in there with the little the embossed Tiffany logo on there. Literally, I've never had anything from Tiffany before, so I was super excited. And then there was all this packaging material with even the tape on the packaging says Tiffany and Company. Isn't that crazy? Can you guys even see that? Yeah. And then inside the box, again, if you're also a demonstrator and you don't want me to spoil your surprise, look away because I'm going to do it. Because I want to share it because I'm excited about it. We got 2 crystal champagne flutes with the Stampin' Up! Logo etched into them. Yeah. I'm not really a champagne drinker, but I do dabble a bit in wine occasionally, so I can drink wine out of them. So anyways, that was a very exciting special gift waiting for me. So let me put this all back in this beautiful box. Oh, and I had a ribbon tied around it too. And I was going to try to tie the ribbon back around all fancy like they had it, but I can't. Well, I could have, but it would have taken me a little bit of time, and I didn't want to take that kind of time. So anyways, that was super exciting too. What else? School starts, of course, very soon for both of my children. My daughter will be heading back to college next Friday, of course, which is kind of ridiculous. She's traveling 4.5 hours from here, and she signed a lease for a house 3 months ago. And of course, you can't get out of a lease. So she's been paying $420 for a month for the past 3 months for a house that she hasn't even lived in yet. And when she goes back there, all of her classes are online, except a microbiology lab, which will be partially face-to-face, which is like 1 day a week or something like that. Now, while I get all the COVID thing, I get that, but it's very frustrating to be a second-year college student who didn't even get a full freshman year of college experience and have to go back and sit in your apartment and do online school. Football's been canceled. Volleyball's been canceled. There's literally nothing for these kids to do. Nothing for them to do. So it's very disappointing and disheartening, and I feel really bad for her. Now, yes, I know there's people dying in the world. I get that. But for me, that's a big deal. My son will be starting back to high school. He's a junior. They're supposed to start on the 25th. Who knows? That may come to online school too. It's hard to say. Anyway, enough of that because that's depressing and boring and nobody wants to talk about it. I got some fun cards while I was gone. Now, I don't know. I may have shared some of these with you guys before. Can't remember because, of course, it was 2.5 weeks ago and I'm old and I can't remember. But I got a really cute birthday card from my dear customer and friend, Susan. She used a paper pumpkin kit and made me this adorable card. And I think she threw this cute little dog in there. I don't think that was part of the kit, but yeah. Evelyn, no, we do not get a discount on tuition. In fact, I believe online learning is a bit more expensive, so I figured that one out. So I got this card from Susan. So thank you so much, Susan. I really appreciate that. I got this really cute buckle card. Check that out. It just buckles right in there from one of my team members, Barbara. She has the same name as me, so she's amazing just because of her name. Well, she's amazing anyway, but we both have a great name. And so isn't that cute? So she's got that, what is that? Like the banner triple punch, I think, and I think it is. Either, if it's not, then she's an amazing cutter. And then it just slides into that little classic label punch right there on the edge. And so she did fussy cut these flowers out of the designer series paper, I believe, and then die cut the little foliage pieces. So thank you very much, Barbara. I may have shown you guys this one. This is from my other dear customer and friend, Angela. She does send me lots of cards, and I really do appreciate that. The dog was not included. I thought so, Susan. It was super cute. Thank you. This is from Angela, so thank you very much, Angela. And like I said, I may have shown these. Oh, I think I did because Teresa sent me this gorgeous card with a Starbucks gift card in it. So thank you again, Teresa. I think I did give you this shout out last time too. But you know, she's amazing, so she deserves a double shout out. Okay. Also, we had, I did draw a winner from the comments from the last live that I did, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, I guess it was. And Lisa Marcelino, you are the winner of this Stripes, Simple Stripes embossing folder. And I do happen to know Lisa's address, and so I will get this out to you, Lisa, so congratulations. What else? Oh, I guess I did do some stamping. I lied. It was today, though, and it was like an hour ago. So while I was gone, I did have to drive up to that cell phone point that I talked about, and I had to use my phone as a mobile hotspot to my computer, which I've never done that before, but my kids helped me, so yay for kids. And I did place my order from the holiday catalog. So if you're a customer of mine, you should have received this. If you didn't, please message me and let me know, and I can get one out to you. So I was able to place my order from this catalog up at a cell phone point in the middle of nowhere, basically, on August 4th. And one of the things I did get was this Celebration Tidings bundle. So it's this cute stamp set here. It has a lot of different little like label-y pieces that go on this fun label die set. And this is something that I whipped up today, a little treat bag. These little mosaic bags are also in this holiday catalog, which are very cute. And then this is one of those, excuse me, those labels. You just folded it, I just folded it in half and added the spiderweb detail and of course the sentiment, and then of course a cute little spider. And there is a die for this cute little spider in there too. And while I was gone, I did get my swaps back. So I was frantic to get swaps out of here before I went on vacation. And I did get a card using that same stamp set. So the Happy Haunting sentiment right there is from the stamp set. The labels, the little piece right here, the little Spidey again. And then of course we do have a webbed folder. So can you see that? Yes, the spider web folder, very cute. And then the Magic in This Night Designer Series paper. So these are fun. And again, it's not just for Halloween. There is like some pumpkins here for Thanksgiving or fall. We have a little thing for Valentine's Day. This could be anything. I've seen it used for Christmas, but it could be used for a fall card. And then we have a Merry Christmas sentiment, the little spider again, and another little heart down here, and then some sentiment. So it's really cute. And like I said, you can use them as just labels, or you can use them to make treats. Some of you may have been stamping long enough to remember our top note die. When Stampin' Up! First introduced the Big Shot machine, they had a die called the Top Note. And now I still have my Top Note because I love it. But it's similar to this shape of die, but this set, of course, has numerous sizes. So it's very, very cool. So if you had the Top Note die, this works very similar to how that did work with folding it over the top of your treat bag. All right, so let me get these things out of the way. And I think I'm gonna, oh, you know what? A couple weeks ago, I told you guys about that lady I follow on YouTube who's middle-aged, my age. She might be a little older than me. She might be closer to 60. Anyways, I follow her for skincare tips and makeup ideas. Well, she also, you know, sometimes shares the clothing that she buys. And I think I showed you guys, I had a dark blue t-shirt that had this really cool medallion on it. And I got it on Amazon because she had a link in her YouTube video to order it from Amazon. And so I got the blue one, and then I loved it so much I went back and got a gray one too because I like gray and blue both. So now I have two of the exact same shirt. Does anyone else do that? Does anybody else buy a shirt or a pair of shoes or something and you love it so much you go back and buy it in other colors? I do that a lot. So anyways, that's the plan for that. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera and we are going to get started here. So there was my nose and of course my ceiling. Let me bring my little level here because I like to make sure that my camera is not wonky because that bugs me to no end. And I think it's pretty close. It's off a tad, but it's going to be fine. Okay, there's my little tiny level. All right, so to start out with bonus days. If you guys ordered last month in July through August 3rd and your order was at least $50, you would have earned a $5 bonus code coupon, and that would have been emailed to you after you placed your order. Susan, I will try to remember to post the link to these shirts on Amazon in the description of this video when the video is over. So if I don't, please send me an email or a message and let me know, and then I'm happy to do that because I'm old and forgetful. So bonus days coupons, if you ordered in July, you would have received an email with coupon codes, and now you can redeem these. And how you redeem them is you start your order in the new online store. Yes, we have a new online store. You can still get to it via my shoppingwithbarb.com link. The store is set up a little bit differently. It's a little more intuitive. The search function works better. It's better all around. I think there were some glitches when it first launched on the 4th, but I think they've got those kind of ironed out and things are good. So when you go in to enter your bonus days coupon codes, you enter them one at a time. You can just copy and paste them from your email into the coupon code spot, and then you can reduce your order by $5 at a time. So get those coupon codes redeemed. Don't forget to redeem them. They are due by the end of August, okay? Of course, the holiday catalog, I mentioned that already. It's live, everything in it you can order, and there's amazing stuff in there. We're going to use some today. The paper pumpkin kit for September, for September, is called Hello Pumpkin. And from what I understand, it's going to be some treat packages, but you can make the treat packages for Halloween, Thanksgiving, or Christmas, I think. Maybe it's just Halloween and Thanksgiving. Now I can't remember. But it's treat packages, and they're going to be super cute. So if you want that, make sure you're signed up to receive it by September 10th. Our new stamp and cut and emboss machine. That's why I had to go up to the point and hotspot my phone, because I had to order this beautiful new die cutting machine. It's amazing. It's very compact. It really is not that heavy. And let me just show you. Now, from what I understand, it looks similar to another machine on the market. I am here to tell you that this is not that machine. This is a Stampin' Up! Exclusive. You can only get this particular machine through Stampin' Up!, through a demonstrator, such as myself. It'll be available for customers, I believe, like September 1st or 2nd or something like that. And it's a nice machine. It's very heavy duty. Like I said, it's not too heavy, but it's very, there's a lot of substance to it. It comes with, of course, the machine. This is the big machine. We also have a mini coming out at the end of the year. So this is the bigger machine. It comes with your platform, and you'll notice that it has a number on it, which is amazing, because then you see it tells you how to build your sandwiches based on the numbers that are listed on the plates. So this is plate number 2, 1, 2. And your cutting pads are marked 3. So we have cutting pads marked 3. You use 2 of those most of the time. So like right here, to build a sandwich, it tells you do not use this plate with embossing folders. So it literally tells you everything on it. It also says this is not a cutting surface. So you would not put your die on this piece of this plate, because it tells you right here, don't do it. This one here, also not a cutting surface. Oh, I also have another plate. What did I do with that? Hold, please. Forgot. Plate number 4, and it's marked. It also says this is not a cutting surface. So it literally tells you everything, you know, how to use it when you're using thin dies, which is like our thinlets that I just, those label dies that I just showed you. Those are thin dies. So it shows you. You have platform number 1. Very simple. You have plate number 2. You have plate number 3. And then you see your dies in there, and then you, with your paper, and then you have plate number 3 again, and then you run that through the machine. Very simple, very intuitive. We have some other plates coming out with it as well. A magnetic plate, an embossing, like you can take a die and you can emboss paper with it. And so that's going to be super cute. And then our mini machine is going to be just that. It's going to be mini, so it's going to be a little bit smaller because the platform on it is only going to be about 3 inches wide. So it will still run a lot of our dies, and we do have some mini folders also. So I'm going to try to use it. Sometimes when I try to use a die cutting machine on this, because this is just a piece of paper that I work on, and it slides around sometimes. So I'm going to try to do die cutting with it while we are watching. So there you go. New machine coming out in September. Highly recommend. I am loving it. Okay, so we will be using that on the projects. So Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Yay. Totally Techniques online club. I'm still doing this. I do it every month. You place an order with me between the 1st and the 22nd of the month, and then you let me know that you want to join the club first of all. So you do that. Then you place your order using the host code on my blog every month. And then after the 22nd, after I figure out who's all ordered, I make technique cards for everybody, plus a technique sample, which here are my, this is my 3rd month now. So this was last month's. We did the baby swipe technique. And so everybody got this card, and they got this little instruction card as well. And then here was our first one, the water wash technique. And I just keep them in one of our plastic cases. So let me know if you want to join, then place your order. And then after you do that 6 months in a row, I'll give you a $30 gift certificate. All right, what else do we got here? My new online class for the month of August is the Gilded Autumn Gilded Autumn Suite. Here are a few cards. done using the suite. So this one uses a designer series paper, the metallic cardstock, and then one of the stamps in the set. This one uses designer series paper, metallic cardstock, and of course then the punches and stamps that coordinate with that. Super fun. Oh, and the ribbon. This one uses both ribbons in the suite, along with the sentiment and the designer series paper. Here's another one. It's like paper gorgeous. It's got foil accents. It's so, so pretty. So what I have for the bundle, it's actually the whole suite of products. And they are shown on page, what, 46. Well, actually 44 and 45. So this is the Gilded Autumn Suite. So when you purchase the suite via a special PayPal link that I will email you for $122, then I will gift you with my online class and my pre-cut cardstock kit for free. You must email me for the PayPal link, and then you'll get everything, and the class will go live at the end of the month. So class and cardstock kit only $35, online class only $20. Links to purchase those, the classes are in the description of the video. If you want the entire bundle, you must email me, as I'm not allowed by Stampin' Up! To place links in the descriptions of anything when you can purchase products from me. My Celebrate Sunflowers online class is still available, as well as my Artistry Blooms. And then I do still have a few of these cardstock resource, or DSP resource sheets, DSP samplers, whatever you want to call them. I think I have 3 or 4 of these left. I think I have a link in the description of this video. I thought I did. If I don't, I will add it. Anyways, you get all the printed papers. You get the little rectangles where you will cut them in half and flip one side, glue them down. You get all the little cardstock circles, and then you can make your own reference chart, which these are really awesome. I love having these when I'm trying to decide. In fact, today, for one of the cards that we're doing that I kind of whipped up at the last 30 seconds of my day here, I wanted to use the plaid Tidings, and I used my chart here to pick this paper. So, or was it this paper? I think it was this paper. Well, I guess we'll find out, because now I can't remember, because that was, 15 minutes ago. All right, so we're done with all the blah, blah, blah. So let's stamp. All right, let me find something to show. Let's do this first. Okay. So we are going to first use the Peace and Joy stamp set and bundle. And we're going to make a really cute card with it. And we're also going to use rainbow glitter paper because it's my favorite. And I love it. So I do have a couple of swap cards that I got that use the Joy sentiment in this bundle. And so here is 3 layers. So you can see from the die set that each word has 3 layers. So you have the large bold layer, which would be, for the Joy, it would be this large one here. And then you have the Joy, and then you have the detailed Joy. So it's 3 to make each word if you want. You can use each one individually, or you can use them all together like the gals have done on these 2 cards here. So we're going to use 2 on the card that I'm going to make for you. And let me get some stuff out. Our card's going to be blue and purple, because why not? We're going to use some snowflakes, and we're going to use the snowflake paper. Get my supplies out here. And then I have a bunch of scraps of this rainbow paper back here. And I'm going to try to use this piece right here to make my word. You can see that it will coordinate nicely with my designer series paper. So, I've got that, and I could show you the snowflake paper. Let's see, where is it? It's really, really pretty. There we go. Snowflake Splendor. So this is the DSP that I chose, and I chose this pattern right here. And you can see it coordinates with lots of blues and purples in our color palette. And so that's the paper that I use. That determined my whole color scheme. So I've got Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, and then I guess this could be like a combination of Gorgeous Gray, Highland Heather, and then into some pink, but it's going to be fine. Okay, so we have our little piece of designer series paper. How big is it? Who knows? Let me get a ruler out here and I'll tell you. This is a 1 inch by 4, I think. Yep, 1 inch by 4. Then I have a 3 by 4 piece of white, 3 3/16 by 4 4/16. No, that's not right. 4 3/16. They're both 3/16. Yeah. So they're going to layer really nicely. I didn't want it it seems like that extra 1/4 inch, if I was going to go 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, it just seemed too big. So I just cut it down by 1/16 of an inch. Perfection. Okay, so we're going to add those two together. Here's our card base. But let's do a little die cutting here. Where is my other piece of white? What did I do with it? Oh, come on. Well, we're going to make a new one. We sell, where's my catalog? We sell these adhesive sheets in the back of the book. Let's see, 162 is the page where the adhesives are. And so here they are. These are adhesive sheets. They come in a 6 by 12 sheet. I thought I'd ordered them. I didn't. I do have some old sheets that we used to sell that is basically the same thing. So we're just going to use that because it's basically the same. But if you don't have these, order these. If you have these, then use these. It's the same thing. But it just makes die cutting detailed things like this really easy. So we are going to, that's as long as the piece of paper that we need. This is not quite the same size, as you can tell, but it doesn't matter because we just need it to be mostly adhesive. Okay, so then you'll peel it apart. And from what I understand, our new adhesive sheets, the peeling apart process is way easier than this, which is clearly not very easy at all. Okay, so you put the adhesive on the back of your cardstock piece like so. See, now I got to make room to bring that machine in here. Normally I don't do that, but since I just got it, I kind of want to show you guys how cool it is and how good it works. So here's our white. So I'm going to run my detailed piece through that. Then my little bit bigger piece, I get it piece in piece. I'm so funny today. Jeez. You guys probably missed my incredible wit while I was gone, didn't you? All right, so I am just going to cut that. Of course, I'll save those because it's rainbow glimmer paper and you have to. Or it's like a serious faux pas if you don't. All right, let me bring the machine in here. All right, how do I want to do it? I think I can do it like this. So we will open up the platform. There we go. And again, we're going to look on the information and it says using with thin dies. So we have 1, 2, 3, number 1, number 2, number 3. We're going to set those on there like that. We are going to finagle this to fit in this little scrap piece that we have. And then we have this also. Our second, number 3 pad. And we're going to run it through. Ugh, hold on. This paper moves around. It's not very, it's not stuck to my work surface. So when I have the big shot, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine on there, it moves around. Okay, so we're going to move that to the floor, and then you can see how amazing, and everything literally just comes out. There's, oh, I'm just in love with this thing. I need my, well, I have my little die brush goodie here, so we're just going to pretend that it's on my take your pick tool, but obviously it's not, but we're going to get all those bits out of there. And then there is my little white. Ooh, isn't that cute? Yes, it is. I'm super excited. Okay, let me put that stuff on the floor and try not to lose my dies and bring my papers back in. Okay, so what we have here is we have a little piece of this. We're going to add that to our layer of white that's 3 by 4. And this is my seal adhesive. And you guys may remember a number of weeks ago when it first came out, I struggled super hardcore trying to figure out how to use it. And then Beck Ross, a lovely demonstrator from the UK, showed everyone how to do it. And oh my gosh, it's a flippin' game changer with her way of showing you how to do this. It just literally works so easy, and I'm so excited. Okay. So we will get this on here. There we go. And I have some ink over here. I have the Pacific Point and the Highland Heather, and I'm going to add a couple of snowflakes that are in the set. So there's these two little snowflakes here. And we're going to add the Highland Heather one. About like so. And then the Pacific Point. Put one there. And one right there. Okay. Oh, you know, I also need the blue again because I want to add a few stamped snowflakes on that. I need scrap paper because we're going to be stamping on the edge. I'm trying to cheat and look at a copy of my card because I did it as a swap, but I didn't save myself one. I didn't make one for myself because I'm a ding dong. Normally you do, and normally I do, and then I forgot, and then when I had to get the swaps ready to go out of here, I didn't have time to make one for myself. So I photographed it, and that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so we've got that. This is going to go in the middle here, and we're going to do that with some dimensionals. Where's some dimensionals? Let's flip that over. Pull some. Ooh, I don't think we need that many. I mean, I think we could go 5. I think 6 is probably overkill. So we will peel the backings off of this. So is anybody out there watching me making Christmas cards yet? Christmas in July, Christmas in August. So we're going to do, oh, you know what? Hold on. Hello, Cindy, how are you? I wanted to add some ribbon before I did that. So I've got this really cool iridescent ribbon. It's very sparkly. And since I have this little chunk here that I didn't use on something else, we're going to use it now. Because it kind of goes with the snowflake suite. And of course we've got glimmer paper going on here. So why not, right? Okay, so we're going to put that about halfway. I'm going to get some tape here. And we're going to tack that down. Bring it over here. And we're going to tack it down again. Now we can put it down with our dimensionals. Okay, so there we have that. Then, where did I put my die cuts? Oh, here they are. So since this piece has adhesive already on it, because we put that sheet on there, I just need to figure out where. And of course, I am a blind person. I need to figure out how to get the backing off here. Hold on, let me get some reading glasses out. Normally I can do this without reading glasses, but clearly today I cannot. What in the heck? Did I screw that up? Where's my backing piece? No, because I should just peel this off, right? Oh, so it's on the, I did get it on the entire thing. Okay, that's the problem. I thought I was looking for like an edge, and I'm not. I'm looking for the whole word. There it is, right there. Okay, so you can see that I'm just going to pull off the backing. Take these glasses off because they're only good for up close viewing, and I'm not up close right at the moment. And then I'm going to add this to this glimmer piece. Yes, 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 yes. Love it. And because it already has adhesive on it, it just sticks really nicely, and I don't have to make any sort of a mess, which makes me super happy. So I'll take a few mini dimensionals here, and we will just add this to the card. Yay, what do you guys think of that? That was kind of fun. Oh, Cindy said she shared the video with her friends. Yes, thank you so much, Cindy. Anyone else that would like to share this with their friends, I would be super appreciative of that. If you'd just like to click the little share button and send it out to the world, let other people know how amazing I am and that they should come and watch me, because literally everyone should. This is crooked. Why, Barb? Tell me why. Why do you do this? All the time you do this. Jeez Louise. Okay, so now I'm going to like have to add some adhesive back here so that my dimensionals will stick. Is that even? Why does it look crooked to me? Is it crooked to you guys? Is it just my eyeballs? Okay, moving on because I literally can't. Okay, so then I have these little sentiments that are in the stamp set also. Let me get it back in here. I'm going to say Merry Christmas to you and yours. So I have 2 stamps, 3 stamps. And so I have my same colors. Oh goodness, look at that. That is purple ink on my thumb. Not today. We're not doing that. And look where it came from. It's on my ink pad. Geez Louise, every time I stamp with you guys, I'm always making a mess. Why? How did I stick my thumb in that? Did anybody see me stick my thumb in that? I didn't think I stuck my thumb in that, but clearly I did. Ugh, okay. So now we are going to say Merry with, now this is kind of a little bit of a fussy card. I don't know, so I don't know as though I would make a bunch of these, but I'm happy to make one. Or you could make it and just make it a little simpler. You know, maybe not do this. Maybe not wrap the ribbon. You know, figure out what you think you can get away with and have it still look amazing. Okay. So then all we have to do, you know what? We don't even have to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to make it easier. We're going to get that dimensional backing off my paper. Let's see. We need to do it like this. So on the inside of the card, we are just going to literally stamp these, but we're not going to care if they're crooked. We're going to like purposely make them crooked. That way it'll save some time, and you could maybe make a few of these. There, that's what we should do. And actually I don't want to use the dark. I'm going to clean that off with my little chamois here. Tap it on my hands to dry it a bit. And we are going to add some snowflakes down here and maybe one up here. Okay, so those are going to go on the inside of the card. Let me close the ink so I don't stick my finger in it again. Ooh, did you guys notice at the beginning of the video how flippin' long my hair is? I purposely didn't let my hairdresser really cut it for the past couple times I was in there, because when I go on this vacation every year, I don't have electricity, so I can't, like, because I straighten my hair. I'd use a blow dryer to dry it flat, and then I straighten it, because it's normally kind of curly and wavy and frizzy, and I hate it. But I told her, I said, well, let's just leave it, make it a little bit longer so that when I'm actually having to have it be curly and frizzy and wavy, it'll look better. Because normally it's so short, it just springs up, and I don't feel like I look that great. So anywho, it's really long now and I need a haircut. So the last thing I'm going to do is take these blue adhesive backed gems because they're gorgeous. Let's see. Della Wagner says, hi Barb, I am watching from Jamestown, North Dakota. Thanks for sharing with me, Cindy Howard. Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. See what happens when you share? Everybody comes and watches us and they learn stuff too. Okay, so these blue gems are so pretty. Look at these things. There's 2 different colors. There's kind of a light blue and then like it's darker blue, but yet it has some like gold facets to it. I don't really know how to describe these types of things, but they are really, really pretty. And so I'm going to add some to this card. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool to get underneath that and then add it to the card. So the 2 large snowflakes will get a large. I still feel like this whole thing is crooked. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to have to fix it. Get off there. There we go. And then one for the center of our little Highland Heather snowflake. There. Okay, it's finally done. That only took way too long. But it's super cute and I love it so much. And this glimmer paper, yeah, buddy. That makes me super happy. Okay, so let me clean up my mess. Get all my things put away so we can move on to our next project. Okay, let me put all these things in the buckets. Move my glasses case because that's going to be something I'm going to lose here soon. I'm going to clean off these stamps so they don't make a mess. Scoop the trash, the dies. everything. Oop, the gems. We'll probably need our take your pick tool, so we're not getting rid of that. Okay. And literally, is that crooked? Maybe I have to look in my camera. Thank you, Carol. Carol says it doesn't look crooked. We're going to go with what Carol says because I believe Carol can see. Okay, so moving on to our next card. Oh, I found some more junk I didn't put away yet. We are going to be using the Gilded Autumn Bundle. That is my new online class for August. And we're also using some of the Designer Series paper. Where did I put those? So the Gilded Autumn Designer Series paper, let me just pull my cheat sheets out here again. And shameless plug, I still have like 3 or 4 of these packets left. So if you want one, you can get one. So here's the Gilded Autumn Specialty Designer Series paper. Each paper, one of the sides has foil accents to it. So look at that. They are so pretty. They're either gold or copper or a combination of both. And then here are your coordinating colors: Cajun Craze, Copper Foil, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Gold Foil, Mint Macaron, and Very Vanilla. Okay. Ooh, Carol says she has cataracts too. I've got one that is getting really, really bad, and I keep putting it off. I've literally been putting it off for probably a year. And I really need to get it taken care of. But with the coronavirus, it's like everything is just so much more difficult, you know, to get anything done. I don't know if this is like considered an elective surgery. But I've heard that cataracts could be considered elective surgery. Well, I'm not really electing to not see, so I'm hoping that's not true. Anyway, I have a few more cards to share with you using this bundle of products. Here is one with the paper and some of the little leaves and a few of the champagne rhinestones. Another one here where we've got the paper put on the crumb cake layer and then embossed. Can you guys see that? So the paper is also embossed. Really cool. A few little leaves there. Here's one that uses the little trinkets, super cute, and of course the ribbon, and then some of the Designer Series paper. So some of you who watch me are obviously demonstrators, and some of you may be what we call orphan demonstrators. I just showed you the card. Well, you just got a sneak peek. Some of you may be orphan demonstrators, and what that means is that you had an upline. Obviously, when you signed up to be a demonstrator, you sign up under someone, and then you become part of their team. Well, if they quit, then you become what's considered an orphan. So you don't have an upline anymore. And so I no longer have an upline. In fact, I haven't had one for the entire basically 17 years I've been a demonstrator. I've been on my own. Well, a number of years ago, Stampin' Up! Did some restructuring, and I am now Stampin' Up! Is my upline. So I'm no longer an orphan. But because Stampin' Up! Is my upline, every other month, we have a group that I'm a part of called Blended Stampers on Facebook, and we have a meeting every other month, and we usually do something called mystery stamping. So one of the gals posted the components that we needed for the card, and then during the meeting, she will say, okay, get your supplies out, which was an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock, what is this, 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, 3.5. 3.5 by 4 3/4 inch piece of Designer Series paper. So you pick whatever paper you want. A coordinating piece of paper that is, hers was 1 1/4 by 4 1/4, but I had a strip here that was 1 by 4 1/4, so I'm using that. It's copper foil. And then I think it's 2.5 by 3 3/4 inch of vanilla or white, whatever coordinates with your projects, stamps, ink, and some embellishments. Fine. So then she says, okay, take your card base, fold it in half. So we take our card base and we fold it in half. Like so. Okay. And then she said, take your little piece of cardstock, your little piece of paper, and get your stamps out and do some stamping on it. And so she recommended us putting our sentiment at the bottom and then our other stamps up near the top. So fine. Oh, they're already out and on blocks. Duh. So then we take the stamp and the sentiment stamp, and I'm going to use, what's this one say? Life is better with you. So let's use that. So we're going to stamp this near the bottom as she recommended. And it was actually kind of fun, you know, so she'd give you a few seconds to complete the task. And then, you know, everyone says, okay, we're ready for the next step. And then she would continue on. So this step was, of course, put your sentiment down and then add your other stamps. And so in my case, I'm using this leaf stamp from the Gilded Autumn. Got to get myself ready to get my online class going here, you know. Okay, so we're going to just stamp that. And we're going to come in and stamp it again. And maybe come down a bit farther this time. Oh, gosh. I'm not even going to try to fix that. We're just starting over. Not even going to try to fix that. Okay. It's a do-over because Stampin' Up! Sells this amazing paper, you guys, that has 2 sides. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I know what it is. Because I'm being a ding-dong and I'm not using my foam mat. Oh, no, I just got ink on the back of that. Boy, it is always just a show, isn't it, when I'm stamping? I tell you what. If nothing else, like I've said a million times, find out what you don't do when you come and watch me. Okay, we're going to try this. I may have to stick my head in here or pull this closer to my eyeballs and see if I can. Otherwise, we're just going to have to say to heck with it and get a new piece of paper because I can't have that. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. That's pretty good. We're going to leave it. We're going to go with it. Okay, so now we're going to use firm but gentle pressure to get all these leaves on here like they should have been in the first place. Right there and right there. Okay, the stamp set also comes with this other little stamp that fills in the leaves, and so I'm going to stamp it off one time and then come over the top and stamp it. And it actually lines up pretty easily, I found, which, you know, not every 2-step stamp lines up easily or nicely, but this one I find it really does. It's not difficult at all, I don't think, to line it up, even when you don't stamp it properly the first time. Okay, so there we have that. Cute. So then I would put my designer series paper on. Oh, what's that? Ugh. So many things are going wrong right now. I just can't. Okay, so we're going to add some seal adhesive to our designer series paper. I just realized I had a tiny bit of mint macaron ink on that, so that doesn't make me very happy. Okay, so now let's see. Carol, help me out here. Is it straight? I think it's straight. We'll just kind of lightly tack it down in case Carol says, no, it's not straight at all. Okay, then our foil piece. So she said, okay, then put your designer series paper on, put your strip on, and, you know, you kind of assume where things might go because we don't have any idea what her card looks like. So you're just kind of guessing. Well, I'll show you my other one. Well, I just kind of show it to you. Cheryl says yes. Okay, thank you, Cheryl. We're going to try to put this in the middle. Oh, I need to stop. Is that... In addition to having a cataract, my glasses are not the greatest for, you know, that distance between you sitting in a chair and a computer? Was that mid-distance or something like that? Yeah, I can't see. Okay, so there's our next layer. So then she says, okay, take your stamped piece and tie your ribbon around it. And she says, and I recommend tying the ribbon around just above your sentiment. So, okay, fine. We are going to do a cheater way of tying a ribbon because I like my ribbons to be nice and tight. I don't like no floppy bows and knots on my cards. So this is the cheater way. Take something that's round, like a bottle of Stampin' Mist, or this happens to be some Stays-On cleaner. Whatever you have that's small and round-ish. Even liquid glue would probably work. And then I like to tie my bows and knots around this. And this stuff is a bit stiff, so it's actually not too awful to work with. Except that made it look like it was awful to work with. I tell you, it's really not. Except when you're live on camera, everything's terrible to work with. Okay. Stop giggling, Barb. Pay attention to what you're doing. All right, so we're going to do that, make it a knot, make it nice, slide it off. Okay, and then we're going to snip that end, and we're going to snip this end. And then I'm going to figure out where do I want my knot. I'm going to want it fairly close to the end, so I'm just going to snip just a tiny bit that side of the knot. And you know me, I'm a Scotch tape girl. Some people use adhesive. I just don't want to mess with that. I am a Scotch tape girl. So we are going to, I probably could have given myself a tad bit more to work with. Not gonna lie. Wait a minute. This is the good side. Jeez. All of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute. There is not such good stamping on the other side. Okay. Scotch tape, check. Dimensionals, check. The two that came off randomly on the last card that we didn't need. This time I think we'll go with 5 again. Hopefully we can make it so it actually isn't crooked. Get off there. Okay, have I been missing? It would be a circus if I did lives. Carol, you should, because clearly it's a gigantic circus for me and no one cares. Okay, so then she says, put your sentiment piece on there. But you want to put it centered. So here we go. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Is it? And I'm not happy about this little spot right here of mint macaron ink. Where in the world did that come from? We're going to try this little sand eraser trick. And we're going to see if we can at least make it not quite so dark. It works on a Whisper White. It should work on vanilla too, because our cardstocks are, you know, a solid color all the way through. So it should work. But it's not. We're going to calm down and go with it. Okay, then she said, get your embellishments out and add some embellishments. Okay, fine. So I picked, of course, you know, the champagne rhinestones because they kind of match my theme of copper here. And so then I just kind of randomly threw some on there because I didn't know what we were doing. Oh, I didn't even get one. Okay. So this is how her card was set up. She had it in the portrait mode. She had the designer series paper, then the other piece, and then this on the front. Well, because you have no idea what you're doing, you have no idea what the person's card looks like that's giving you all the clues. This is how I made mine. Because I had originally cut my designer series paper to go horizontally. So when she said, you know, put your paper on in the portrait mode, I was like, I can't, because then my leaves are like growing off to the side and that would look kind of silly. So I went ahead and just worked. I just did it anyway. And I just randomly made a card. And so I think it turned out pretty good. So anyways, here's what this card was, I guess what she designed it to look like. There's no right and wrong in the mystery stamping. It's just, it's always really funny. I find, because we've done this 3 times now and my card is never, you know, the way that the original person does their card. So it's just a really fun thing to do. And I think I kind of want to do that with my team. I have a team page, a team Facebook page, and I think that it would be really fun to do something like this for them. So I just may do that. If you girls, Kathy and Barbara, are still there watching, we just might do this. Or maybe I'll do it on my VIP page for you girls like Pam and Lisa. And did I see anybody else on here that I know is on my VIP page? Chris, I think, is on there too. So anyways, yeah, we just may do that. So let's move on to our last card. This is the card that I literally came up with, oh, probably 30 seconds before I hit the go live button. And we'll see what you guys think. Now, I guess I didn't totally like come up with it right away because I did. Ooh, somebody does mystery stamping. Valerie says they do mystery stamping Monday. Very cool. So what I basically did was I copied a layout of a card that I did make on Facebook Live here a number of weeks ago, and I just changed the stamps. So this is another one of my new stamp sets. It's called Festive Post, and I really liked it because it coordinates with our rectangle postage stamp punch. So it was designed for the images to fit in the punch, which I thought was really fun because I already have the Posted For You stamp set, which is right here. So this is the one that's in the annual catalog. So these images were designed to fit in this punch. And then they came out with this one, kind of a holiday-ish. And I really liked that it had things for more than one holiday. So you see, you've got your Halloween. You could use some of these other things here. You could use that for Valentine's Day. Of course, you could use that for Christmas, the reindeer. And so I thought it could be a multi-purpose kind of stamp set, so that's why I bought it. So I decided to pull that out, and I had made a couple cards a few weeks ago using this and the Posted For You stamp set. So I thought, well, I'm just going to grab that card and we're just going to copy it, because why not? So what we're going to do is we're using the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper, and I did show you guys that here in my Designer paper reference chart. And again, shameless plug, I do sell these, and they're $30, and you can get it. I think there's a link in the description of this video. Oh, well, I'm thinking about it. Please like my page while you guys are watching me, and give me some thumbs up, because I'm going to put this on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel right down here. On Facebook, be sure to like my page and share it. Please, please, like Cindy did. And then her friend is now watching us also. So yay. Oh, anyways. So I pulled this out, and I think I picked this paper right here. Yeah, this is the one that I ended up picking. So that's what we're going to use. Okay. So I have my papers here. These are all the papers. We don't need very many. So we've got our 8.5 by 11. No, it's not 11. It's 8.5 by 5.5. Half sheet of cardstock, Barb. Come on. Peacock. Pretty peacock. And we're going to fold that up and burnish it nicely. Then we have a layer that we're just going to put on here like so. And then we have our piece of Designer Series paper that we're going to clip with the Banner Triple Punch right here. This is 1.5 by 4. And so we're going to slide that in. And I just want to barely nick it, because I want most of the paper to still be the length. I want the length to stay. Okay, get that out of the way. We have a scrap of white. And so we are going to bring in the little brooms, because I thought they were super cute. And then our little sentiment piece here that says witching. Does it say witching? Witching you a happy Halloween. Okay, so I thought it would be cute to ink up the broom with some markers. So we're going to use Cajun Craze, Bumblebee, and Pretty Peacock. So we're going to start with the Cajun, and we're going to do the broom handles. So I'm just going to bring the marker down on the broom handles, right to the edge of where the, I guess it's a broom head. Is that what that's called? Where the bristles are? I don't even know. I may have to Google that. The broom head. We're going to call it that, because I don't know if that's it or not, but we're going to go for it. Then we've got the Bumblebee for the broom head. So we're going to get all these bristles kind of yellowy with our Bumblebee. I'm going to go over that a couple of times just to make sure, because I want it to be kind of darkish. And then the Pretty Peacock, there are like some bands that are around the bristles here. And I just thought it might be kind of cool to kind of accent those little bands with the peacock marker. Okay. Then you want to huff on it, which is to moisten the stamp. Sorry for the word moisten. Some people hate that. And I just thought that'd be kind of cute. A little trio of brooms. And we'll then see then how it just fits really nicely in our rectangular punch there. Okay, move those things out of the way. Now, I need my sentiment stamped on here, but I thought if I stamp it in Pretty Peacock, it's not really going to show up that well. So I decided to go with some Versamark and some embossing. So I didn't have time to already get this done before I went live, so you're just going to have to bear with me while I do it right now. Okay, so this says wishing you a happy Halloween. And then we're going to dump white embossing powder on it into this tray. And of course, this is a tray that I've had for a million years. I think I got it 13, 14 years ago. Stampin' Up! Used to sell these. And that's where I got it. So it is a Stampin' Up! Product. As you can tell, it does have our little Stampin' Up! Logo, but you can't buy them anymore. But I still use them. So you could use a coffee filter, a piece of scratch paper, whatever you have. So now I'm going to turn my heat tool on, and we're going to make a bunch of noise. And we're going to melt this. Okay. Let that cool off just a bit. There we go. So then I'm going to add this here and this here And it's done. I mean, it's just a super, super simple card. And I wanted it to be super simple because I only had 30 seconds to design it. And that's it. So I'll bring in the other cards that I did make with this exact same layout that some of you probably will remember from previous Facebook Lives. Oh, don't stick just yet, you stamp and seal. It was crooked, of course, because I literally can't make a card that's not crooked. Okay. Then we're going to put our little banner strip on. You could literally do this with any paper, any stamps, just, you know, anything you want. Just try to make it straight. That's the biggest problem I'm finding. I guess I'm wishful thinking that if I actually, well, when I get this silly cataract fixed and get new glasses to where I can see to this mid-distance, that I'll actually maybe stop putting things together crooked. But who knows? It's kind of become my trademark, you know. Ugh, get off my hand. Okay. And I do think I need something over here, like maybe a bow. Let me check my ribbons really quick and see what we have that might work. Ooh. We have a tiny little bit of bumblebee ribbon here. Not a tiny bit, I have a whole roll. What am I talking about? Let's make a tiny bow and see if that will look cute. I think it will. Okay, so we're just going to make these loops really small. Cute, 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 cute. Snip it off, snip it off. If we just kind of stick that right there, how will that look? I think it'll be cute. Okay, so we need some glue dots. Well, not too bad for a 30-second card, huh? I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. No, I'm not really. It's very simple to copy something. There, that's actually not too bad. That's cute. Now here are the other cards that I made previously. Oh, and then I have some swap cards to show you too. But let me get those out of the way. Okay, so these are cards that I made. This one for a swap, for an annual catalog card swap, which I thought was really cute. Then I also wanted to use another stamp in the original set to kind of make it a fall theme. So I did the birds, and then now I have my Halloween one. So yay. Okay. So here are a few more swap cards that I got. Oh, let me take them out of these envelopes because they have such a glare on them when they're in the envelopes. And these use the stamp set in the holiday catalog. The one that I just used with the Halloween stuff. So what's it called again? Festive Post. Okay. So here's one that uses the little car and the little tree, the two-step tree. And then there's one of these little tiny Tidings. What are they called? Get all my trinkets. All the Tidings embellishments. They're very flat, which I love a flat embellishment because you don't have to put any extra postage on. And this thing is so flat, you'll get to do it no problem. So here's another one. Whoops, we've got a card in there. So this one uses both of the images. We've got this one and this one for this Halloween card. And this is kind of a fun fold. And I'm not sure where that came from. Obviously another stamp set that we have in the holiday catalog. And then this uses these iridescent pearls. So they actually, look at that, they're really, really quite colorful and beautiful. And then the last one, again, has the October 31st on there. And then the black glimmer paper is done with the rectangle punch. We've got the folder back there, the web folder. And then this really cool ribbon. I can't think of what it's called, so I'm going to grab it. Everything is so close, thank goodness. This is called the metallic mesh ribbon. So it looks like this when it's on the roll. So it's got like all these open spaces. It's just really an interesting ribbon. And it looks really pretty because it does catch the light. It's got some sparkle to it. And then we have our black glimmer ribbon too. So yay! So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like my page, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel here if you're on YouTube, which of course you guys are live with me now, so you're not. But if you watch it on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. That really helps me out. It really also really helps me out when you order with me at shoppingwithbarb.com. That helps me provide lots more free videos for you guys so I can purchase more good stuff to show you how to use it and how not to use it. You know my motto. And be sure to check out my blog at barbstamps.com. And I will be back here next Thursday night, same time. And I actually think next week, guys, I might actually try a YouTube live. where I actually go live on YouTube, but I'll put the link to the YouTube video on this page where you guys normally come. So you would just click on that link and then you'd go right to YouTube and you could watch me there, because I'm really trying to grow my viewership. And I think that YouTube would really help me do that. So I may just try that next week. We'll see. It'll be a stretch for me, but you know, I'm always up for a challenge. All right, so here's my other 2 mystery stamping cards and then my Christmas card. So yay. All right, guys, have a great week. And I think that I will see you. I don't think I will see you next week. Bye-bye.